From the students of Penn State Meteorology, this is a Campus Weather Service special report.
Good Thursday afternoon. I'm Matt Hoenig with the Campus Weather Service. We're continuing to track what is shaping up to be a pretty active afternoon in terms of weather here in central Pennsylvania. Right now, it's just a little bit wet outside, just some passing pockets of light to moderate rain, but that's not the big story of this afternoon. It's this big cold front that's stretching across portions of the Appalachians right now, and this line of showers and thunderstorms developing ahead of it is racing to the northeast, and this poses the threat for some severe weather as we head over the next couple of hours. Already some severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings in portions of West Virginia, and like I said, that portion of the line is moving towards central Pennsylvania. Because of this threat, the National Weather Service has issued a tornado watch for all of the areas you see here shaded in red until midnight tonight. The main threats with these storms, I do think, are more so in terms of heavy rain and straight line damaging wind gusts, but we can't rule out the threat for a few isolated tornadoes as this line of thunderstorms progresses through our area this evening. Ahead of the front, temperatures are fairly mild for late October standards. We're in the 60s and 70s across much of Pennsylvania, and this dew point map looks more like the middle of July when we get one of those really warm and humid afternoons. These dew points in the 60s mean it's quite humid outside and almost feeling borderline tropical. What that really means, though, is that these storms will be capable of producing heavy rain as they move into our region. The greatest threat for severe weather is seen here in this orange shading in eastern and southern Pennsylvania. That's where we have an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms through the evening hours. And like I said, those storms will be racing toward our region over the next couple of hours. Here is future weather. This will time out some of the storms, give you a nice view of when they could be arriving in your neighborhood. By 4 o'clock, they're starting to move into southwestern Pennsylvania, but watch how fast these race to the northeast. So by 6:30, Center County is already under the gun for some of these stronger thunderstorms. At this point, when I see the radar like this, I tend to think more straight line wind damage is possible with these storms, but there could be some small spin-ups within this line, so we'll have to watch that closely as this line approaches State College. 2 hours later, by about 8 o'clock, it's cleared Williamsport. It is clearing the capital region, and eventually later this evening, it'll move off into the Lehigh Valley and toward Philadelphia, and big changes coming behind this front. Check this out. By tomorrow morning, see these blue colors here? That's some snow up across the Northwest Plateau. I don't think it'll snow here in State College. We'll just be stuck with some of the clouds and breezy conditions tomorrow, but just off to our north and west, already some snow after a day today that featured temperatures in the 60s and 70s and thunderstorms. So just a very amped up weather pattern that we're seeing, and that's why the risk for thunderstorms is very high this evening. Here's a threat map that I made showing you what I think the best risks with these storms are. A very high chance that these storms contain lightning, heavy downpours. There could even be some pockets of localized flooding. A pretty substantial threat for some damaging winds. Again, these would be more of the straight line wind damage. There is a low but non-zero threat of an isolated tornado, and that's why we do have that tornado watch in effect until midnight. After the storms move through this evening, it will clear out and winds will become pretty breezy out of the west, potentially gusting as high as 30 miles per hour, and temperatures crashing behind the front, getting down to 40 by dawn. Big changes for tomorrow, as I mentioned, only in the 40s for highs after a day today that featured temperatures in the 60s. We'll see mainly clouds tomorrow, but a few peaks of sunshine are possible. It will be breezy with those winds coming in out of the west. A better chance for more sunshine on Saturday. Both weekend days looking fairly chilly at this point, only in the 40s, but we do moderate some come Monday and Tuesday as we turn temperatures back up into the 50s. Stay tuned with the Campus Weather Service this evening. We'll have continuing updates on our Facebook and our social media pages as these thunderstorms move closer to our region.